Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. Today I'm kind of like a little kid, gonna share with you guys another cool watch. For you guys who, are snobby, and if you watch me and you like me, which I'm surprised, but if you're the kind of guy who has a certain standard of watches, then you're probably not gonna want to watch this video. This is for the guy who likes fun watches, likes unique watches, and wears watches for one person only, himself. Doesn't matter what it costs, doesn't matter whether other people like it, it's mainly a reflection of his personality or her personality, and that's really all it comes down to. It's about accessorizing and expressing yourself. And this is the watch right here. Check it out. So, what do we have here? So this is a Patek Philippe, we'll say homage, extremely, I would say, low-end tier watch. Very cheap when you compare this to a lot of the well-known brands out there. Citizen, Bulova, Movado, Invicta, Aragon, Seiko, Casio, brands like that in that kind of tier, that 100 to, even Invicta less, but in that $100 to, I hate using price, but you kind of give you an idea. $100 to $300. This is what you expect for like your $50 watch, and it's cheap. It's not genuine stainless steel. It's got some kind of plating on it. Who knows what it's actually made of? When you feel it, it feels very. It does feel cheap, okay? Because it is cheap. It's $17. So, but what you get and why I had to have it, because I probably won't wear it all that much, but what you get is a rhinestone watch. Again, they're not Swarovski, they're nothing fancy, they're probably just plastic stones, but you get a lot of them. And what's cool about this is that it's not only is it a homage, I use that term loosely, to your Patek Philippe Nautilus, which I just did a great review on this one here, a great homage to that watch. If you like the styling, you don't want to spend a lot, when I say a lot, like $84,000, you get it for under $100, $86 to be exact. This is, obviously you can see the styling, it's copying the style, complete off when it comes to size. It's not even stainless. It's probably a $2 movement, but it's fun, and that's what's great about watch collecting, is that there's so many cool, fun watches out there. It's an accessory. You don't have to wear an $8,000 watch, $10,000 watch. I mean, if that's what makes you feel good, by all means wear it. But I think that you can have a lot of fun with this stuff if you just don't take it too seriously. And this is awesome. I mean, this is so cool. And I've been a huge fan. And why I love this watch, and a little story here for you guys who do enjoy watching me and hearing me ramble on. One of my first watches that kind of got me into watch collecting more. I always had a few, but never really wanted multiple, right? I had a couple, but never really wanted to get crazy like I am now. It's like I never stopped looking at watches, right? It's a sickness. But was my Addy K mom and dad got me for one of my birthdays back when I was like 19, 20. And it's got a bezel. It's a cool watch, chronograph. Addy K is a very well-known brand, been around for a long time. Your fashion kind of style watch. If I have to, when people say, I hate using those terms but that's what people consider those, like fashion watches. Like it's on par with quality you're gonna get from like Movement, and many of those like the Instagram brands. It's just not meant to be, a super high quality watch. You get a lot. I mean, when I say high quality, Invicta is a high quality watch in my opinion. I've compared so many different types of watches. I know what feels. The argument that a lot of guys have is when you compare a high-end luxury brand like Rolex, Breitling, those kind of brands, Omega, and you compare that to something like an Invicta Pro Diver, that it feels like this, and that's not the case. It just doesn't. It's very, very similar in quality, fit, finish. When you compare this to something like the Invicta, to the Omega, to the Rolex, yes, there's a night and day difference. You can pick this up and say, yeah, this feels more like a toy, right? But nonetheless, it's still fun. It's plated with something, who knows what. It's just a eBay special. You can find these on Amazon. The company, though, is actually called Curran. They don't list it on the listing, but it's C-U-R-D-E-N. Even with this here, you can see, like, I mean, look at this. I mean, the minute hand is actually flopping around. Mind you, the crown is out right now. I don't know if, let me just turn it a little, see if we still get that. Yeah, so obviously you can't expect much for 17 bucks. But this is what I'm saying. 17 for this. You look at what you can get with Invicta for 58. I mean, it is night and day difference. You're getting a that's why I don't even know how they make any money. 17 for this. Spend 58 for that Seawolf I got, and it's just like, it's incredible. But let's not talk about quality. It is a cheap, what a lot of people call a garbage watch. It's a toy, right? But it's an accessory, and I dig it. And the reason I got it was because, like I said, that Addy K I got is so meaningful to me. With that, and they made it all different kind of stones. I don't know if they were, Swarovski. I don't know what the stones were. Maybe just glass, but they look like gemstones, and they're fun. And that's what this has. It has hundreds of different colored stones, and it's just red. And I love red ruby. There's not many watches out there that for men or even for women that are, this is a masculine watch, it is a men's watch, but there's not many out there that really have a lot of the bling, right? And so this is what you'd expect from like some of the watches you're gonna find for a lot more on like hip hop bling and those hip hop kind of costume jewelry kind of stuff. So, but I will tell you, and I wanted to tell you guys this, there is a watch company that is coming out with a watch that it's more of like a Submariner style watch, and they have the whole thing I think is encrusted with, there's some genuine diamonds, and then the whole thing is done in a red Swarovski crystals, which are legit crystals. They're nice, right? They're like quality. And that watch is a limited edition, and it's coming out. And who makes it? It's gosh, I was gonna do a video specifically on that because it's about 800 bucks. It's expensive for what you're getting, but it's a much higher quality watch than this. It's a different tier. But it's so unique. Let me see if I can find it real quick, guys, because it's just, let's see, red ruby watch. Let me see what comes up here. And there's other watch, like there's one watch I encourage you guys to check out, one by Raffaello and Company. It's called the Scorpion Red Ruby watch. It's $67,000, just to let you know, but it's genuine ruby, a quality watch. It is killer looking. I mean, stuff like that. That's the kind of watch I think of if I was rich. That's what I would want to get, stuff like that. Very unique. But here's the watch here. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description as well. It's actually, wow. No, that can't be it. All right, so I just sold $199. I was getting ready to pop out my debit card here, but it looks like for some reason it shows the picture, but it links to a different watch. So let's see here. It is by JBW, so let me just give you guys the exact name. JBW, and I'm sure some of you have heard of JBW before. It is on pre-order right now. It's called their Jet Setter. There it is. So it's done with 23 round black diamonds and 1,065 princess and round cut Swarovski crystals. The whole thing is just blood red bling. It is super unique. I'm curious to see how well it does. It says here reserve period closed. So I'm going to keep following this watch. I mean, it is a bold watch. I will definitely put a link in the description. If any of you get one, please review it. I'd love to see this thing. For me, it's at my price point where I'm like, it's a little steep for what it is, because I know that watch still is, probably a Ronda powered. It's going to be like on par with like your Pro Diver, but charge you a lot more. So I have Swarovski crystal watches by Geneve Elegante, which I just cracked the crystal on accidentally. Stupid move. Kicking myself, but that watch was awesome. And talk about sparkling, you can still get nice quality watches like that. Again, not on par with like Invicta. You're not looking at like stainless steel. You're looking at a plating of some sort, but doesn't mean that plating's bad. Invicta uses a lot of plating, but I trust the Invicta plating a little more than I do on some of these other companies. But again, totally different argument. I encourage you to check it out. It's fun. It's a cool looking watch. So let's get back to this one here. I have sizes. Again, Curran, C-U-R-D-D-E-N, made in China, of course. Stainless steel back. But go into a big box store, you can find watches like this. They're going to charge you 50 bucks for them. So you have all the stones, and you have, of course, the little raised kind of what I call like little nipples. They're little tiny bumps that basically kind of simulate. When you have it next to actually like clear stones, it blends in better. Here it just kind of stands out. But it's just fun, guys, and I want to go ahead and throw it on the wrist. Really cheap buckle, like you'd find in just like a cheap bracelet. But guys, I mean, look at this thing. I mean, it's just fun. I mean, despite the minute hand flopping around. I mean, check that out. I mean, from a distance, even up close, it doesn't look horrible. I mean, when you look at up close, you can obviously tell, like, all right, this is like costume jewelry, right? But you know, who cares? Like, it's just a fun watch. Like, wear this with a, you know, a dope red shirt. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, it's just sick. I'm sorry, and that's why I had to have it. Just because I know that stuff like this, when you see things that you like, you have to get it because, you know, as long as you're not gonna, you know, be living in a cardboard box or living in a dump with Metal Gear posters. I mean, as long as you can manage it and you can have it in your collection, you're not going to be like, you know, eating top ramen for the rest of your life. You know, I mean, I encourage you to get it because a lot of times these things come and go. They'll make it, suddenly they'll stop. Just like when I always talk about white leather for men. I looked for years for a white leather men's jacket. You couldn't find anything, and suddenly now you can get them. And so who knows? Maybe they'll stop making them. A lot of times they make things based on popularity. Trends come and go. We all know that. So, you know, buy what you like because you could always get rid of it. You could always throw it away. You could always sell it. I'm not saying you gotta be able to sell this, but you know what I mean. Just these are kind of things that you know. That's why we work. It's why we make money. And this is, you know, to buy things that we enjoy and like and bring us happiness. So have fun with this stuff, guys. Definitely check it out. As always, link is in the description. I'll put a link to a few different watches that are higher end, like Jacob and Company. Where if you are a guy with deep pockets and you want something with that awesome kind of red ruby look, I'll give you guys a couple options of what you can get. Honestly, Jacob and Company, man, they are killer watches. Talk about unique, over the top, high quality watches. I mean, you just can't find anybody making stuff like that. So, but for us who can't afford to spend, you know, $40,000 on a watch, and wouldn't want to spend $40,000 on a watch, I'd rather a nice new boat, right? I mean, but nonetheless, we all have different budgets. We all like different things. That there are all differences. Just be nice to one another. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that watch. I know I did. I look forward to wearing this. And if you don't like the red, they have it in different colors. Pink, ladies. Pink, gold. I think they have rose tone, black, which is pretty cool. You know, I love black stones too. Definitely check it out. So all right, guys, have a great Labor Day and take care.